Today, I'll unpack all my Pacific Comic Groos, and then I'm going to rank the covers from Cheese Dip to Mulch. Hi, I'm Darren, and these are my hands, and today I am going to rank the Pacific Comic Groo covers in order of my favorite cover to my absolutely most favorite cover. And when I'm having a hard time deciding what order to put them in, I'm going to fall back on this question. Which one would I most want to have as a poster framed and on display in my home? So let's get going. My 8th most favorite Pacific Comics Groo cover, and remember, this isn't a cover that I don't like or I don't think has any merit, but there's got to be a number 8, and that is this one right here, issue number 2. Now, it's a good cover. It's a funny gag. Groo running away from an army taunting them as he escapes into this bubbling pool of quicksand. I like the solid red at the top. I like how the clouds outline the army on the hill to provide separation from the background. The skulls down here are a very nice touch. This would make a good poster. But here's a question. Why is Groo running away from a fray? Next up, in 7th spot of my ranking of Pacific Comic Groo covers is issue number 4. And what a wonderful riff on Frank Frazetta's seminal Conan the Adventurer cover. If by some chance you don't know the original, I'll put a picture up on the screen. We've got Groo daydreaming that he's the world's toughest, meanest barbarian as his enemies prepare to ambush him. A wonderful tribute and a fantastic cover. Number 6 on my list is issue number 5 with the story Shanghai. We have Groo swinging from ship to ship. Well, maybe not. It looks like he's going to end up in the sea. And what's going on here? These ships aren't sinking. I guess that's because Groo technically isn't aboard. Now, the color of the skin tone seems a bit washed out, compared to the other PC Groo covers, but the detail of the ships and the waves rocking them is beautiful. It's a very nice cover. My number 5 of favorite Groo covers from the Pacific Comics run is issue number 3, primarily because I love when Sergio incorporates dinosaurs into the Groo universe. I love the gag that while madly attacking his foes, Groo has sliced the cords, releasing a massive load of cargo. It's about to squash him. I also love that I also love that Sergio has included that made-up script that he uses in a few of the early Groos. If there's anything to nitpick, perhaps there's a bit too much detail for this size of drawing, but that's a subjective opinion, and I think that that amount of detail would blow up to a wonderful-sized poster. On to the next cover in my ranking, getting better and better as we go. The final of the Pacific Comics run, Groo number 8, Chakaal, is slaying on the cover. And we've got a bit of blood, which is something we only saw in the very early days of Groo. Groo is looking on with his sword stuck in a tree. Is he worried that Chakaal needs his protection, or is he worried that he's missing out on the fray? I love the detail in the armor here. The color palette is very unified. Chakaal with her finger up this guy's nose, hilarious. All right, just before I look at my top 3 Pacific Groo covers, I want to remind you to please subscribe to this channel if you like watching Groo the Wanderer and Sergio Aragonés videos. And while you're at it, please like and leave a comment. Let me know what your favorite PC Groo cover is. All of that really helps a small channel like this, so thank you very much. On to my top 3 PC Groo covers. In 3rd place is number 1. It's simple. It's iconic. It's close to the platonic ideal of a Groo cover. Maybe there's even a bit of foreshadowing on the cover. A yellow background and a complementary lavender shadow, empty space allowing our hero Groo to be the focus, and the gag It's coming from a time where Groo wasn't quite the bumbling fool that he became. We sympathize with his plight in the gag because this little doggo distraction isn't Groo's fault. The cover really stands out. It was and is fantastic for the first issue. Really, really nice. All right, number 2 is issue 7. Groo meets Chakaal. For me, the weight of Sergio's line is perfect. The flow of the line is also perfect. This cover strikes the perfect balance between Sergio's model characters for that time and a slightly cartoonish accessibility that invites new readers to pick up this issue. It's dynamic. It's sweet. It's sort of the best cover of the PC Groos. So why isn't it my number 1 pick? Put it over here. Simply because issue number 6 is 2 almost perfect covers in one issue. Again, just the right amount of detail. Groo standing triumphant over his foe, space to breathe. Sergio using more of his Mad Magazine style name in the title block. And love that skull and crossbones thought balloon coming from Groo's slain enemy. And then, as if you didn't know, the back cover. Has there been anything like this before or after? Honestly, if you know, please let me know. Groo is oblivious to the horde about to attack and everything perfectly drawn from the back view. Groo's katana sheathed beneath the title block, and the reverse skull and crossbones, even Sergio's reversed signature. What is there not to like about this cover? How could this not be ranked number 1? It's probably also the number 1 t-shirt that Groo fans want to wear. Well, there you have it, my ranking of PC Groo covers. So what do you think? What order would you place them in? I'd love for you to let me know in the comments. And I also want to thank all of you who have been commenting on these GrooTube videos and sending me messages and sharing these videos on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for all of that. And thanks for watching all the way to the end. And I know I sound like a mendicant reminding you again, but please make sure that you subscribe to this channel right now so you don't miss it when I'll be back very soon with another GrooTube. Take care, everybody.